Shalom Lord Christ is real, preaching officer 1000, Kasha one of the ISUBK. We start out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Tonight's class, we're going to be discussing Diddy, more money, more problems for Black people, and why sisters love being lied to. All right, we have the conference call going right now. You guys know the number. It should be at the bottom of the screen. If it's not, let us know in the chat. And then you could join us live from there, and also join us on YouTube at ISUBK Atlanta, Facebook ISUBK Atlanta, and Twitter, which is now known as X, on there we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Twitter as well. All right. I'll take any questions you got for me while we wait for the Akim and Akwafium to load up in the classroom. Next, 2 months from now, July the 4th, 5th, 6th, and the 7th, we are having the Atlanta Cookout down here in Atlanta. Please make sure that you get your hotels and all of that stuff ready to go, man. It's going to be massive. We're going to do our best to accommodate you brothers and sisters coming down here. It's going to be a good time, and it's going to be for family. All right. If you know any person in the world, you got a person that goes to church, your cousin, you have been invited to their cookout before. So extend the invitation to them to come see what we're about, because there's always a big misconception about what we do in ISUBK. They have they have an idea of us that is not a very good one, because they haven't been around us. So they don't really understand what it is that we do and how we operate. So we would like to invite our people down to see and experience the brotherhood and the sisterhood that you can only find in ISUBK under Commander General Yohana. All right. Do I got anybody on the conference call as of yet? No, solid. All right. Anybody on YouTube and or Facebook? I'm checking Facebook now, and I'm also checking YouTube, because I have the laptop right here just in case I missed anything. See if any questions coming in. You got them, just ask them, and then we'll rock it on like that. All right. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So we live and direct on YouTube. I see us right here, and we good to go. All right. Let's get into this topic, okay? For those of you that have been living under a rock as of late, Puff Daddy and Cassie, mainly Puff Daddy, has been in the news a lot. If you hadn't seen the video, this hotel that he and Cassie were at just leaked of him going absolutely crazy on this woman. Okay, this woman has to be at least 110 pounds, 15 with his hoodie on. And he went absolutely berserk, kicked her on the ground, grabbed her and threw her on the ground. We all saw the video, right? Maybe 2 days later, after that video was released, maybe 2 or 3, I'll give it 3. Diddy gets online and starts to apologize. Okay, and just for giggles here, it looked like the background looked like the same spot that Russell Simmons is currently at right now. Okay, just for those of you that don't know, Russell Simmons is in another country somewhere hiding himself. Okay, it looked like that in a way. All right, so Diddy had this apology. He gave this apology, and the reviews and the reactions for said apology online are kind of mixed. You have brothers going, mm-hmm. But then you have some sisters going, oh, well, you know, we got to forgive. And this is, you know, we got to forgive, right? Which, you know what I mean, is actually true. In most cases, when we talk about forgiveness, you have to forgive. You know what I'm saying? If this person actually is in the process of changing themselves, you know, you got to give them a shot. You afford them that opportunity to do so. Here's the interesting part about the apology video, right? Myself and every other man looked at that and was like, okay, dog. Okay, right? The reason why sisters are more apt to forgive him, which is going to be the meat and potatoes of what we're going to talk about, is because most of our sisters love being lied to. They love it. Not only do they love being lied to, but it's easier for the liar to be accepted again if he has money. Here's the other example of this. When Chris Brown did what he did to Rihanna, what were sisters talking about? For the first time in a long time, you heard sisters going, well, you don't know what she did to him. You know, she's an islander, so they, you know, you never know what she did to him. That's the first time I've ever heard that defense for a black man. That's the first time. I think I was maybe, damn, how old was I? Maybe 29, 30. I don't know how old I was, but that was the first time in all my years of living that I had ever heard an excuse for what a man did to a woman. And y'all saw those photos, right? This woman, he bit her on the neck, did some animalistic stuff to this woman. And that was the first time. Why? Because they love the rich man. You know, when you're rich and you're famous, you can get away with a lot of stuff. The problem is, however, we need to keep that same energy on this level we are right now. We need to keep that same energy for the poor man and the poor woman. We don't hold that same criteria as it pertains to the poor couple, right? You wouldn't even do it because guess what? Your dad is out of your house. He was out of your life off of something that he may or may not have done. No one ever said, well, what did mom do to him? No one ever says that. You understand? And this is not going to be a let's pile on top of women class at all. I don't want you guys to think that. But I'm trying to make some comparisons here to see why we don't say certain things for the rich, but we always have something to say about the poor. And it's because we are trained to hate the poor. We are trained to actually hate the poor man and the poor woman. And it all stems from the church and what they deem to be valuable. General Muhammad brought out in class yesterday about the high value man. Back in 2016 or 5 years ago, roughly, you couldn't get enough of hearing about the high value man, right? The high value man implied that this brother had a lot of money. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat. What's going on, Halak?
Shalom, Adawan, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat, sir. I'm Tawab. How about yourself?
Come, brother. I'm Tawab. What's going on with you? All right. And we got Halak up here. Who else we got? Yeah, you know it, brother. You already know. We're gonna be talking Diddy tonight. More money, more problems for black people. Okay, and why these sisters date men like this. All right, that's what we're talking about tonight. Let me see if I got any questions. Let me go to YouTube real fast. Give me 1 second. What are your thoughts on that that Diddy apology, Halak? You seen it?
I've seen it, but I didn't listen to it, Adawan, because I know it's a bunch of bull because the apology came out after he got caught. So you already know that is a bunch of garbage.
Right. That's right. Definitely trash for sure. And then when I heard it, I said, you know, as a brother that was in the world, right? And I'm sure most brothers in the truth agree with me. We looked at that and was like, okay, all right, Diddy. Okay, you know what I mean? Like we know when somebody's lying. Like, you know what I mean? We know. Because how do we know? Because we have been that before. What's going on, brother? What's that? The apology? Oh, yeah. Pull it up, man. I got Napash Rob with me tonight, Officer 50 Napash Rob. We're going to play the apology video real quick so that way y'all can see for those who didn't see it. And then we're going to break this thing wide open. Hey, your car, what's going on? I see your sis, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Thaba Shem, Yahweh. Supportive sister out of Texas there. Texas in the building. We see y'all. Ma'adana, Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Thaba Shem, Yahweh Shah, sister, what's going on? I'm glad y'all locked in and tuned in. Share the class, man. Go to ISUBK Land on YouTube. Hit that like button. Smash that notification bell. All that good stuff. Make sure that you guys are locked into what we do. So that way. All right. So Napash is getting us commercials and ads. All right. I think this is it right there. If you can't get in the Posh, we good. It's all right. All right, solid.
I ain't trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard. Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Monday, May 20th goes to Sean Combs. Not just Sean Combs, but the Bad Boy as a staff, record label, and mother effing crew, because y'all been enabling this kind of behavior for a long time. And clearly, after watching this apology video, and I put apology in air quotes, y'all are still enabling him. But let's start from the beginning. On Friday afternoon, a video from 2016 was released to CNN. And in the video, it shows Sean Combs viciously attacking and beating his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Let's go to ABC News for the report, please.
Tonight, this disturbing news video obtained exclusively by CNN appears to show Sean Diddy Combs attacking his then girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, throwing her to the ground in a hotel elevator bank and then kicking her twice. He then tries to drag her away. The incident appears to support Ventura's claims, long denied by Combs, from a now settled lawsuit filed last November, stating around March 2016 at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, Los Angeles, Mr. Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye. Adding that when she tried to leave the hotel room, Combs followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. He grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. At the time of the lawsuit, an attorney for Combs stating, Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. Ventura and Combs settled for an undisclosed amount. Today, an attorney for Ventura responding to the surveillance video stating, the gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs.
When I saw that video, I was disgusted and disappointed. Like Diddy need his ass beat. Like I wish Cassie would have had a gun on her and would have shot him right there on the spot. That's my initial reaction, because that's how I always feel when I see situations like this. And then there's this weird sense of grief, because it is Diddy, right? Diddy is a hip hop hero. He's an ordinary person who did extraordinary things. To sit here and act like the man wasn't a huge part of our upbringing is a damn lie. So there's this weird sense of grief. Like another one of our heroes has ruined their legacy and it's their own fault because of poor choices. A lot of different emotions. But then yesterday, Sean Combs decided to apologize for what we saw in that video. Can we listen?
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was f***ed up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry, but I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Now, when I first watched that video, I said to myself, Negro, please. Okay, he's not sorry. He's sorry that video.
Pause it. He's lying. He's lying. Charlamagne is lying. They're lying.
Right.
They're lying. Charlamagne is lying, and you could tell because he's in the news, okay? And when these allegations came up, no one believed Cassie. You understand? Nobody believed her. Nobody believed Cassie. Yet, you know a lot of women like Cassie. You understand? You know a lot of women like Cassie. DJ Academics, he another one, right? That just got clipped for I think they said he sexually abused a woman or something like that. After that allegation on Twitter, you can go find it right now. There's a video of him mushing a woman in a hotel lobby. His boys are around him laughing. Now, see, at the present moment, when that is happening, these cats, both men and women, watch it live. They watch it live, okay? The men are not checking the man when this is happening, okay? They're not checking the man. And the women who are surrounded by said victim, they don't tell the sister how to get out of this situation or what she needs to do, you know, like how they're taught, okay? They teach her how to cope with it. And the one thing that they mention, oh, yeah, where you going to find another man like him, girl? You know, he got money. That's where the source of all this is. DJ Academics is a worm, frog-looking cat. But because he has a name and a platform, I don't know if the dude even DJs. Half of these cats they got in front of their name, I don't know if they DJ. I never seen them on the turntable at all. However, he has a platform, he has money, and because of that, women are drawn to it and will accept lies, and they will accept mental and verbal and physical abuse because of it. Because of the thing that they love so much. The high value man has money. The key word in there is value. Okay, we're talking about lies and value tonight. Okay, to help break this down for sisters, here's what happens. And this is the reason why you keep constantly picking a man exactly like Diddy. Here's why. You put value into the thing that you think men like, which is your body. This is where your value in your mind you think lies. Your value is that you're beautiful and that you have a fat butt and a big chest. That's what you show off because you think it's valuable. I have these things. I have this. I have this, which is the reason why you don't go outside when you like if you just wake up. No. You're not going outside like that. You got to do a whole 360 and beat your face and put all this gunk on. You got to put on the hat. You got to make sure that the value look. I got to look good when I go out. Okay. You put that value into the way you look, which is why when you start getting older, you start trying to go Botox and you start trying to get lipo and you start trying to go get BBLs because you want to keep up the value of this property. Let's call it that. You try to keep that going because you think that men like that, right? So that's where your value lies. Here's where a man does the same thing you do. We put value into material things. Car, house, clothes, money. You understand? And we do it because we know it attracts you. That's why we do it. You can't find a brother right now, right? Outside that has a car because he really just liked the car. That ain't a thing that is not a thing that is real. He did not get that car because he just liked it. You know why he got the car? Any brother want to answer this just for giggles? Any brother want to answer this question? Why did the man get the car? Go ahead, Rod. To get the box. To get the woman. Right. To get the woman. That's why we do that's why brothers with that mentality in the world do anything. That's what the sole purpose is. They put all that value and stock into getting the car, getting the apartment, getting the clothes. And then when you date them, for you sisters that keep running into these Diddy guys, when you date them, what do you find out? You find out that he really ain't got no money for real. It's all a facade. Just like when he dates you, he find out that's a girl you had on that whole time making your body look like that. That's how you really look. That's not your hair. What happened to what happened? Because we put value into things that are not valuable at all. That's where the problem comes in. You understand? These things are lies. All of them. They are lies. Cassie gets with Diddy because of his money and the things that she is able to get from him because of the exchange for sex. That's what this is. You understand? And with that comes a lot of problems. Yes. More money, more problems. Because a man like that, with all this money, what do you think? You think this is a princess in the front? You think he's gonna just treat you great for the rest of your life? No, because he has that money and that power. He thinks like that. It's gonna be a lot of things that you're gonna have to endure, like mental and verbal abuse, because you're nothing to him. You're nothing. You ain't nothing. And in some cases, you feel like nothing. You feel like nothing. But with the poor man, that brother driving a damn Toyota Tercel or some guy driving a 2008 goddamn Honda Civic. Oh, no, I can't. No, man. No. What kind of job you got? You need to make more money. And to the brothers, you think the same thing. The little scraggly sister who, you know what I mean? Like she's getting her stuff together. She don't got the IG, Instagram, OnlyFans body. Like, nah, I ain't getting, nah, man. She ugly, yo. That's how you think. Because you're putting your value into the wrong things. You're putting the value. Somebody give me the scripture about the wicked woman is giving portion to a wicked man. Give me that, please. A wicked woman is giving portion to a wicked man. A lot of times y'all don't even know that the reason why y'all together is because y'all wicked. Both of you. Both of you. She loves money. You love getting money to trick her. You understand? Think about any lie you ever told a woman in the world when you were out there macking. Yo, I got this and I got this. You know how many times we go to the club down here, you see these brothers all in VIP with these Gucci belts, tight little pants, and just lying away. Yeah, I got it like I'm balling. Yeah, I got it like this. I rest assured, if what I'm saying is incorrect, prove me wrong. There are 3 places you find these 2 types of people. The women who value money and like being lied to, and men that have money just to get with women and lie to them. 3 places: church, the club, and a strip club. These 2 entities go there all the time. The church has a house full of these cats. Everybody in there. That's why they only recruit doctors and lawyers. They don't want poor brothers in there.
Right.
They don't talk to the poor man. They talk to the rich man.
Mm-hmm.
They promote the rich man coming in there. The strip club. You go in there and try to put $1 into that. Man, brother, look. You already know what time it is in there. Yeah. Tip your bartenders. Like, come on, man. You got to tip the bartender too?
Yeah.
Damn, I got to tip the person that's doing their job.
That's right.
I got to tip the bartender. Okay. And then when you're done being broken there, because they'll love you in that, they'll love you right there. Hey, baby, how you doing? I sit on your lap. Hey, baby, what's good? Hey, I ain't see you all week. Yeah, it's payday. That's why you in there, dummy. And you in there lying, trying to get some trim. That's a strip club. Club, same thing. Women looking for ballers, men looking for idiots that are going to love the lie. When in fact, your mentality, both you and hers, are wicked, and that's why y'all together. Never forget what Cassie was alleging anyway. This is how this whole sex trafficking thing came up to be a thing in the first place. Because if you're with a rich man, you'll do anything to keep getting that money. You'll do anything. What are you going to do? Go to work for Chuck E. Cheese? Where are you going after this? Somebody taught you that you should be with the rich man. Somebody got that scripture for me? A lot.
Common concert.
Read it when you got it, bro.
Common concert. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
You're giving up as a reward to this brother. You understand? If we had a race, right, and it's called the Wicked Negro Race, it's a Wicked Negro League. Guess what type of award he's going to get? A Wicked Woman Award. It's going to be a little trophy. He's going to hold up. Yeah, I got this because I'm this. You can only be rewarded the thing that you're chasing or in competition for. We're not in competition for whores in here. Yep. We're not in no competition for that. That ain't even the competition we in. We are in the running to fix them, and also in the running and in the arena to fix the mentality of these said predatorial men that lie to women in order to sleep with them. That's what we're doing. So that way we could not have events that look like what we saw Diddy putting Cassie through. But see, the poor man is telling you that. Because the poor man is going to tell you the truth. You ever date a sister, and brothers in the truth I'm talking about specifically, right? The truth is hard for sisters to swallow. It's hard for them to interpret and accept truth. You understand? You tell them about locks. You tell them about birthdays. You tell them all the things that we learned in here, right? They'll bow out of that situation with you. Oh, I can't do this. Why? I'm telling you the truth. We're telling you the truth. But they'll go to a drug dealer. They'll go to a drug dealer who they know, however, is sleeping with 5 other women. They know it. He takes your car. Driving around town, there's a woman panties in the back, there's a condom in there. Just the tear part is in there. You don't say nothing to that. You know why? Because he has something that's valuable to you, which is his money. That's why. What's the difference between that drug dealer that's giving you goddamn yeast infections, having sex with 5 other women, and a man of the truth that has 4 other wives? What's the difference? There's more outrage for us. We're not doing that. We're not bringing nothing to you. And it's biblical.
Right.
This guy is not of the Lord at all, but yet you put all your stock and your investment, your emotional investment into the man that's going to give you pain because somebody taught you that you rather deal with a demon you know than to deal with somebody else that you don't know. Go ahead, Rob.
Brother had a comment.
Sure.
Sylvan Sarge.
Mm-hmm.
He said, these 403s are guilty too. As long as the money was coming in, no complaints. He gets heat. Now he touched me the wrong way.
Right. I mean, come on now. He don't get. Listen, this brother don't get no heat. Diddy is roaming around scot-free, and there's really, let me tell you something. There's really no outrage about it either. If you don't hear nothing about it.
No.
Perfect example of what we're talking about. That teacher, that black teacher that had them sisters undo his hair. Black men all together in unison going, nah, that ain't right. That ain't right. You know who was stopping us in the comment section? Independent black women that don't need no man, who don't even have children, by the way, or they have children and the same thing is happening in their home because they looked at that cat as a high value man too because he's a teacher. Newsflash, teachers don't get paid that much. That's the first thing. Second thing is you're looking at it as something good where a man, the poor man, is going, I know men. I know what he's doing because this doesn't sit right with me. I'm the protector. So something ain't right. And those same sisters who will allow their daughters to be around strangers has a house where a young girl is getting victimized in, and they take the rug and sweep the dirt underneath it. In that same household where she's defending this, a molestation is happening. Most molestations, if not all of them, happen on mom's watch. They happen on your mom's watch. Why?
That's right.
Why do they happen on mom's watch? There's no outrage here. However, you got to learn how to use your brain, sisters, to decipher what is real, what's not, what's a lie, and take your goddamn value out of money. Stop thinking money rules everything, and stop thinking that money is the end all be all.
Right.
You think money is like that because your mama taught you that, your grandmama's taught her that.
Right.
You have survival sex. Somebody look up the definition of survival sex. Survival sex is a real thing. A study was done and determined that Black and Hispanic women are having survival sex. Look that up real fast, Halak. I want y'all to bring it out. This is why, sisters, you know what Cassie's going through, but you're not providing her no sound quality advice. You're not saying nothing for real. Where the hell is the outrage from the sister? Oh, no, girl, you know, men gonna be men because there's something to gain from it. Your mother taught you that we're only good for one thing. Black men only good for one thing, right? If he's not screwing you, there's no need to have him around. Ain't no need. So because you heard that, you go, well, I guess if that's the case, and I guess the only thing I could put value in is my body, since my mom told me that they're only good for this one thing, let me spruce it up for him and get it ready for him, right? So now you get with this brother, you have sex, and then you're like, well, I have no use for you. You're not valuable any other way, so be gone. And you keep doing this and doing because it's something that you have to get from him. You give him sex and hope that he does something for you, which is why you have sex with everybody that does something for you. Young girls are blowing rod for weed. I'm not lying. I'm not making that up.
Right.
Young sisters in their early 20s are blowing rod for weed, people. This weed, the little bit, it's not even crack, it's weed. Sexual service for something, survival sex. A man comes, he fixes your roof, your shingles, right? What can I give him in return? I don't want to give him money. I'm gonna give him the thing that he likes. Box. You having sex with everybody. The mechanic, because that sex is going to give you a discount and possibly more work done on your car for that charge, obviously. And he'll keep doing it and doing it because both of you are disgusting. Both of you are. You understand? What I asked for here. Halak, you got that? You got survival sex for me?
Salaki Adawan,
Yeah.
they having sex for oil changes.
Yeah. They're having sex for, a lube job for a lube job. There you go. Yeah, sex. Yeah. It's a real thing. It's real. Survival sex. A sister will have sex with a man just to have a man in her child's life. You understand? Once you get that definition of survival sex, and I'm not making this is a real thing, and you sisters are doing it because you put value into your body and you give it up for goods because the only thing that this is your worth. You got that for me, Halak? If not, I got it, bro. All right, read it when you got it, bro.
Common concert. Survival sex. Survival sex implies that women are engaging in sexual exchanges to meet a survival need.
Mm-hmm.
This can include housing, shelter, food, tobacco, remittances, protection, alcohol, and or substances. It can be more opportunistic, carried out when women need to meet a need.
Shalom. That's Cassie for you right there. And a lot of you sisters are Cassie. A lot of you are. And you'll give a brother some sex in order to receive whatever it is that you need in your life. Protection. Somebody for your kids, a leader, a mechanic, a drug dealer, whatever it is. You ever seen sisters go to a club without money? Go to a club with no money, breast out, behind out. And they all sit at the bar like a bunch of roaches and sit at the bar and wait for some stupid idiot to come up there. Hey, darling, how you doing, sweet thing? And then because of how she's dressed, this dude sees it and goes, that's what I want. I got money. I know she wants money. And he ends up buying you a drink. But you don't just end up buying her a drink. You got to buy all of them a drink. You both are disgusting. Both of y'all. Both of you. And then you know what he's thinking? You know what that brother's thinking, ladies? I'm going to tell you if you didn't know. He's thinking that he can get some sex out of this. Oh. You know how these things operate. A wicked woman is giving portion to a wicked man. The goal is for you to stop being wicked. Stop being wicked and stop picking wicked brothers. Okay, wicked knows wicked very well. Okay, what we want to do is we want to pick better and make better decisions and put our value into other things. Okay, I would much rather have a house that I have to build from the ground up with a sister together versus the dream home that I'm sure doesn't have all the things that I need anyway. There's a difference between the two. Anybody that has a house knows this, right? If you have a house, you get a little rinky-dink house, right? Every time something breaks, you go and fix it. It raises the value of the house. Both of you do it together. Both of you. Nobody says, oh, well, I'm out of this. I can't do this too much. This is wrong. I can't do this. Everybody wants perfection, wants the perfect home to move in ready. Ain't no such thing as a move in ready house. It's not real. You have to work to get these types of things. You got to work in a relationship. But our sisters and our brothers are taught to be lazy idiots that go out and quit relationships. Just like, oh, well, that's it. Or put up with nonsense just to keep the reward coming. A brother would go and be with a dragon if the dragon got good box. He would go be with a dragon if the dragon got good box. So let me get Rob. Go ahead. You got it first.
For an Xbox.
Yeah, for sure. Go right back. Yeah, well, Xbox, right? Just which one? The first one?
No, I meant like a PlayStation or something.
I know that's what I meant. Xbox One. Not even a new one.
Not
dude.
even a new one. Not even.
Nah. Ain't no value in that box. Somebody said Salaki. Go ahead.
Colonel Gonsalagi, y'all about Shemin Shabbat Trooper, how you call checking in, sir?
What's going on, Troop? What's happening with you?
Everything's 12 out of 1. How are you?
Man, solid, man. We just breaking this Diddy thing down, trying to educate and edify our sisters and brothers in here. You know how it go.
Colonel Khan, Salaki, sir, if I may.
Go ahead. You got it, brother.
Colonel Khan, just how you brought up the survival sex thing and how you mentioned earlier, this ain't a thing to beat up on the ladies. You know, it's a thing for the guys too, because you know I know a lot of brothers, they get out here and they do the thing with shacking up with these women just because they need a spot to stay.
Yeah, they absolutely do, for sure. They're shacking up with them, and what? Hey, how are they able to shack up with the sister? How are they able to do it?
By giving up that rod out of 1.
Give him that rod and running game. Lying.
Right.
You got to be able to do it. He needs something. There's no plan for y'all to do anything together, for real. He needs something. And also, too, you sisters who are in these situations currently right now, I'm not advocating for you to lead a brother. I'm advocating for both of you to get your ish together. Both of y'all, right? You look at him, and because he's laying down rod, oh, well, I'll keep him around. He sit on the couch, play video games. You hate that. He said, as long as he's doing that, because guess what? He got to be doing something. He got to be doing something that you deem to be valuable. If he ain't gonna work, he got to work you out in the bedroom. If he ain't gonna work out in the bedroom, he damn should be. He better be working. He can't be lazy. You understand? In none of those departments, because money and sex run the marriage, especially today. If you're not providing money, brother, you better be providing right on the other end. And if you're not providing none of that, that woman look at you and be like, well, I have no use for you. I ain't got no real use for you. Goodbye. See you later. Because you're not giving me what I want and what I need. We're stupid. We are absolutely stupid. I appreciate that, Truth, for bringing that out, because I forgot all about that. Let me get y'all to another point real fast, right? The money being the root of all evil, we know all that, okay? Before we start to break down scriptures, let me lay this out for everybody, right? So that way we understand that moving forward, sisters shouldn't be picking brothers like Diddy, and men should not be picking sisters like Cassie, right? Unless, however, you get with this person and you want to sanctify them, which means to save them and change them, okay? Value. Let's say that I'm hiring. Let's break it down as a term of employment. If I'm hiring, or Ra'ib is hiring, or Halak is hiring for the position of wife, sisters, this is an exercise you can do. Write down the things that you are good at, and that is your resume, right? Write that down without saying what it is that you do. I don't want to hear what it is that you do or what you are. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm a doctor. I am a this. I don't want to. I said, what is it that you bring to this table? Don't put honesty in there. Do not put trust in there. Do not put love. Those are things you're supposed to bring. That's a characteristic. That's what you're supposed to bring. That's a personality. That'd be like me saying, well, I don't hit women, so I'm not supposed to. That's expected, right? What do I do though? I fix things. I build things with my hands. I know my way around the car pretty well, so I can fix things. I can fix problems greatly. That's what we're talking about. And if you write all those things down, first of all, if you can't think of nothing to write down, that is a problem. Don't write down, I got a big butt and I got big jugs, because every resume has that. I don't care about that. What do you have on your resume that I'm going to hire you as wife? And vice versa for the brothers. An exercise y'all can do too. Same thing. That's how you determine who you're going to pick. But a lot of y'all don't check or vet people and check their resume. Check their resume, see what they're talking about before you end up in forever with a failure. You understand? Before you even get to forever, find out what's on that relationship resume. If you don't, you're going to end up just like Cassie and Diddy. Go ahead.
Right. Sir, what you're saying so heavy, because it's like that analogy is perfect, because then even in the world, people do things to bolster their resume.
Right.
They go back to school, they take a course. course and things like that. When you see your resume is what it is, then it's like, okay, maybe I should pick up sewing. Let me figure this out. Maybe I should try to work more with my cuisine and things like that, and be better cook and this and that and the third. We learn about childcare and things like that, like bolster that resume. Like that's heavy.
Right. It used to be a time where back in the day, I'm not going to go off too long on this, 'cause I want to get into this, but it used to be a time back in the day, right? Let's say, for those of you that don't know, Officer Rob is very great. He's good with his hands, right? These things to him are the most valuable, right? If something happened to Raib, he wouldn't be able to use his hand. He'll lose his mind because these things are valuable to him. These, right? That is something that he holds near and dear to him. He's not going to allow himself to get into a position where he fails, where he can't use his hands. Okay? That is a old school thing. Sisters back in the day, on their resume, they're good cooks, right? It used to be a time where sisters wouldn't even give out a recipe. She wouldn't give you her recipe because she holds it valuable because it's worth a lot. It's worth something. We need to start putting values into the things that can get us somebody great in our lives. Not going to the gym. And I work at a gym, unfortunately. You go to the gym, you see all these chicks, they in the mirror doing this, glute exercises for days. I get it, ladies. You want to get rid of your midsection and this and your chin, but you want to keep your titty. I get it. But you putting more time and effort into that, and that it doesn't have any value at all. Yet, you can be used for it, for sure. You can be used for it. But you need to put that same energy in being a good cook or presenting yourself to be a good mother. What skills do you have in that arena? You understand? That's what we're talking about here. Let me get 1 Timothy 6:3 real fast. Let's break down. Yeah, go ahead, brother. You got it.
Colonel Khan, just want to piggyback off what you just said. That was really struck home with the Southern boy, like myself, out of one. Because, like you said, as far as those recipes, because that's one of the things that growing up, you know, the wife would hold near and dear to the heart is that recipe book. And, you know, to get your hands on that recipe book, that was something very valuable because they knew they had something special with that.
Yeah, you couldn't because again, we talking about the timing, like times back then, brother and sisters, listen, we had value, man. Like brothers had value. Sisters had value back then. You understand? They had things to bring to the table other than their behind. Right. Okay? They had more to bring to the table, and they held those things near and dear to them. If you go on a date right now, right? Just ask the person you're going out with, what do you hold most valuable to you? You know, what's the most valuable thing that you have right now? It's a question that I'm sure is blowing your mind because it blew my mind just me saying that. Because guess what? Nobody asks a question like that. Nobody says that. You go on a date. If you go on a date right now and you say, "Hey, sister, what's the best thing about you?" "Oh, well, I would say my smile, and I would say my smile. And people say I got nice lips." All right, and vice versa. Sister asks her brother, "What's the most?" "Oh, well, you know, I got a good personality." All of it means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You understand? But those things that you learn and acquire, the cooking and the cleaning, on a sister's resume, it should say, "I cook, I clean, I shut up." That is worth hiring right there. I'll hire that today. Give me, hell yeah. I'll take it. Right. That ain't on no sister's resume. You understand? You don't see that. They'll brag and boast about the box. "Oh, I got the best box in the world. I got the best box in the world." No woman ever says, "You know, I'm the most quiet."
Yeah, right.
I'm the most silent sister in the world. I'm the best at being silent.
Right.
I'm the best at being peaceful. Maybe boast about that. But you can't.
Right.
You can't. You understand? Let's get into this Diddy situation real fast. Let me get 1 Timothy 6:3.
Come,
right?
sir.
Because this thing stems from our upbringing, and our upbringing, a lot of it is from the church. All right. It is in the church, and this is how we learn it. But you wouldn't know that men like Diddy existed, and you wouldn't know to stay away from them because the church doesn't teach you to stay away from them. The church teaches you to go directly to them. The church is the place that gives the children over to the molester. because they don't kick the molester out. Why? Because the molester has money.
Right.
You understand? Roman Catholic Church, same thing. How many more churches? How many more black people? How many more churches have to be exposed for you to get the hell out of them? How many more have to be exposed? Ain't nothing good in there at all. And I would dare a Christian to come here and tell us what is so great about your place that is not like everybody else's, because none of you keep the law at all. Right. None of you keep the law.
Right.
Because if you did, you would know that hitting a woman is wrong.
Yes.
You can't beat a woman. You can't do it. Now, I know that you didn't know that because you're like, well, you know, people have problems. You know, we all fall short of the glory. I get it. I understand. However, there's a law that specifically talks about that. All right. Let's get into this real fast. Whoever read it, whoever got it, you can read it.
Colonel Khan. This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to the wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness.
All right, stop right there. Okay. If any man teach you something other than what we're about to say right now, don't even talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't even listen to him.
Right.
And here, we're not going to teach you to eat pork. We're not going to teach you how to be unlawful. We're not going to teach you how to be disgusting.
Right.
So if anybody outside of this classroom, okay, that is not in the ISUBK and the Command Junior Hana tells you anything about what they think they know about the Lord, question them, and then once you question them, leave.
Right.
You understand? Because they're not teaching anything godly at all, which is why these things happen. If they were teaching godly stuff, there would be no molestations. Okay? There are none here.
Right.
There are none in here. All right? Keep going.
Common concert. Verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strife of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil murmurings.
This is Diddy. This is
smizing.
This is Diddy for you, officers. And right. Somebody break that down. Read it again, Halak.
Come. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 4. He is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, evil surmising.
Well, let's take it line for line, right? Think about Diddy. Sisters, think about the guy that you're dating just like Diddy, okay? He is proud, knoweth nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words. Let's break that down. He is proud. What does that mean? Just think about Diddy. Go ahead, Halak.
I would say arrogant.
Arrogant. I'll take that. Arrogant. Conceited.
Right.
Let's take that. Okay. And typically we're going to connect these dots. All right. When you have a brother that is conceited, let's use conceited. Okay. Like that comes something else. Brothers like that don't know a damn thing.
Right.
They don't know nothing. Okay. Your pastor is conceited. Diddy is conceited. Those two brothers are the same. TD Jakes conceited because they boast about themselves. They take trips. They wear lavish clothes. They're not the poor man. They are the rich man. They're conceited. They think only of themselves, which is the reason why they don't know a damn thing. The second part to that. Break it down, officer. Or break it down, brothers. Go ahead, Rob.
Salaki. And strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railing, evil surmising.
What is this person doing here? What is this person doing? What do you think this is in reference to? Like, basically, if you heard this if somebody said this about Diddy, what is Diddy doing right now?
Salaki, sir. Basically stirring up stuff. He's like trying to like we're coming envy. So he feels that, you know, based on his status, he has to then lie or do whatever to try to keep it looking a certain way. He's trying to bring envy to himself. And that's why he's doing what he's doing. Make people envious of him. Make people talk about him, you know, and be public in trending, as they would call it right now. Have people thinking of him, period, is what makes you kind of relevant. Like it's like making himself relevant, making people envious of him, making people talk about him and things like that by making this apology and things. It's just like that's all he's trying to bring to himself.
Right. So the doting about questions and strifes of words, where cometh envy, strife, railing, and envy surmising. Rob, you right there. I'm not saying you're wrong. You right there. This person, Diddy, right, is conceited, and everything that he does is about him. Every conversation he's going to have is always about strife. The words, the envy. He wants people to envy him. Okay? He was on a song with Nas called You Can Hate Me Now, But I Won't Stop Now. Okay? These types of people dwell in controversy, and they also dwell in strife. And it goes to show you that when you have money, you're going to run into a whole lot of goddamn problems.
Right.
This brother invites the money, and he loves the money because as long as the strife exists and the envy, he is relevant. You understand? He is going to be relevant. Rob, you got something? I thought I saw you raising your hand. Okay. And this brother here, when you talk about evil surmising, right, strife and railing, evil surmising is evil talk. It's abusive language, which is what we're going to be talking about next, because that sister was mentally abused. Lying to somebody is evil language. It is abusive language to lie to somebody because you're hurting them. Not a lot of people think about that. In the world, we think that lying to a woman is protecting her from hurting her, when in fact it is hurting her, because once she figures out it was a lie, what does it do? It hurts her. It hurts her. Instead, don't be a punk and tell her the truth.
Right.
Or just be honest completely. Diddy is not an honest man, and that's why brothers like us, we can look at him and go, "This Negro is full of it. We know you're lying, dog. I can see it in your face." And now the chickens have come home here, and you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to reap it. He's not going to be the only one. A lot of these cats that you sisters and men envy, they're going to come crashing down. All your high value men, Jay-Z too, he's next. Chris Brown, he on the way. I know y'all love him dancing, but he's next. Keep going.
Come, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds.
That's constant friction between brothers. That's what that means. That's what perverse disputing of men of corrupt minds. It's a constant friction between men who don't have the truth, don't have common sense. They're constantly going at each other. It's like strict, like when you see brothers outside fighting, and you find out what the hell they fighting over. You go, if they knew what the truth was, they wouldn't be fighting at all. Two brothers outside who are perverse, disputing a matter of a woman. They're fighting over a woman. This woman slept with this dude while she was with this brother. Instead of them brothers going, man, damn that, they'll kill each other because of it. They'll unalive each other because of it. Keep going.
Trooper, how you call?
Whoever got it, that's cool.
Verse 5.
Yeah, come. Come on, troopers. Y'all supposed to be on it.
Oh, Salakia, I got kicked off and I'm not caught up to where you are. Salakia.
We in verse 5.
Verse 5 of what book, Adawan?
We are in 1 Timothy 6 and 3, but we have 5 right now. Halak, you can get it while the brother is getting it, all right?
Come, sir. Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth,
Mm-hmm.
supposing that gain is godliness.
Mm-hmm.
From such withdraw thyself.
You got two of these brothers. You got brothers who are in constant friction between men, and they don't have no type of truth at all. These are your pastors fighting with each other. These are the rappers fighting with each other. They are destitute of the truth. Supposing, however, that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself, right? This is where the money part comes in. These cats, including women, think that gain is somehow godly, and I'll prove it to you. The more wealthy you have, they tell you, oh, won't he do it? God gave it to me. God bless. He blessed me. You know, Satan gives things too. You understand? Right. Satan gives gifts. Satan gives gifts too, but you wouldn't know that because you don't know the Bible, and that's understandable. I understand completely. So, right here it says, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw yourself. That's why we're separate. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we know that we don't have to have $10 million to be wealthy. To be wealthy in here, to be rich, is knowing that you are an Israelite. We know that we are the children of the Most High, the chosen people. That's what makes us rich. That knowledge, that's what makes us rich. That, not the material thing. So if y'all brothers, and you out there, and you dealing, and you see a brother that prefers disputing of men of corrupt minds, and he is destitute of the truth, he's supposing that gain is somehow godliness. From such withdraw thyself. Don't even deal with him. He thinks that money is somehow holy, when actually being separate and not celebrating birthdays and Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of these things, that's what makes you holy. That's what makes you godly. Okay? Keep going. Oh, go ahead. Somebody says Salaki. Go ahead.
Oh, Salaki, sir. Not to interrupt, but just so I can get into the crux of some things, what you were just saying as far as, you know, Satan gives you things, would a precept, and I don't have that at hand, but to paraphrase, would that be, you know, I'd rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my Lord than to dwell in the tents of wickedness?
What, as opposed to what are you asking as far as Satan giving you gifts in that vein?
Yeah, well, just saying that as far as that it's a possibility to dwell in the tents of wickedness.
No, I mean, there's always a possibility to dwell in a tent. We'll get to yours though. As a matter of fact, while we get this, Halak, get this, and Trooper, you get that precept that you're referring to. Yeah, just hold it. Halak, go to verse 6.
Come, sir. Verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain.
Somebody break that down. But godliness with contentment is great gain. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. Being content with what the Most High gives you, that is the greatest gain that you can have in terms of prosperity on this earth.
Which, okay, the things that he gives you, which is what? What do you think it is? Like the small things.
I would even say the big things, like in terms of righteousness. It gives you the law, it gives you protection, it gives you a hedge about you and things of that nature. These are the things that you should be content with, and it's not the things of the world, I would say. Like, it might not be great money, it might not be a Porsche or some Jordans and stuff like that. It's guidance, it's protection, it's cleanliness. It's those things content with the Most High is what I'm taking this verse means.
Okay. Hold on to that in your mind. Read verse 7.
Sir. Verse 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
So for people, when we talk about like money, right? You always hear this thing, you can't take money with you, right? This is a direct cut for that. Because you don't bring money into this world. You don't bring money into this world at all. Okay. And you can't carry it out with you. The next verse is going to clarify the point. Rob, you were on it, and you usually typically are. But let's get verse 8 real fast.
Come on, sir. Verse 8. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
It's the small things. It's the small things, right? It's the little things like that case of water on the floor. We don't have much, but this is what we got. When you with your lady and y'all talk about these things, right? And she's panicking because, listen, baby, look, this is what we got. I'm content with what we got. We can make this thing work. I'm content. I'd rather have this. We are content with it. We good. Don't worry, we good. But because sisters value, some sisters, not all, value money, when we start to get down to 2 bottles of water, that little case right there, now it's panic mode. And then that pushes men into a mindset to do something unlawful to get money in order to provide for this household that you think is crumbling beneath you. Right. It ain't that bad. We're good. Survival sex. This is where it comes from. A sister not having something, and don't make no mistake about it. Men can have it too. Make no mistake about it. I don't have X, Y, and Z. How do I get these things? Let me give the asset that I think is the most valuable about me in order to get the things that I need, i.e. a woman having sex for weed, i.e. a man having sex in order to stay with a woman. You understand? These brothers like Diddy don't just come out of nowhere. They're created this way. Cassies are created. But if you just accept the fact that you're poor, it would be much easier than trying to envy a rich man to try to have his lifestyle. When you see what happens to the rich man every single time, it's every rich man is going to fall. Right. All of them fall because with more money comes more problems. And I know a sister right now, right, that feels in her body, in her mind, and in her spirit that money will change everything at all. All of it. It will change. I just need money. Oh, yeah. The greatest thing that I've ever got is the truth. Right. Which is more valuable than money. It's more valuable than money. Okay. Keep going. Give me verse 10.
Sir. Verse 10. For the love of money.
Salaki, give me verse 9. Salaki, we jumped over one.
Sir. Verse 9. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Do we need to break this down? Do we need to break this down? See, your pastor don't teach you this. He didn't teach you this. You understand? For all you sisters, and it angers me. It angers me to no end that wicked place that you call a safe haven called the church is teaching that a broke man is like having a broke hand. You ever heard that phrase before? Oh, girl, a broke man is like a broke hand. Okay, guess what? You have another damn hand. You know that, right? That's where you come in, ladies. If it's 2 hands, this is you, this is him. This one is broke. Guess who's doing the work? You. Until this hand heals. Right. See, nobody thinks about that when you're in a relationship. And then our households are torn because you want to get with the guy that's the dream home and the fixer-upper guy. You understand? The fixer-upper guy you don't have no dealings with. Is what happened to Cassie terrible? Yeah. Sticking around for it, however, is worse. Based off of this Christian mentality that you have that you're not going to have A, B, C, and D without this guy. That's not me lying. This is me telling you the truth. You understand? But when you get with this rich man, these things happen. Read that again, Halak. Give me 9 again.
Come on, sir. Verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and snare, and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and in perdition.
Keep wanting to be rich, brothers. Keep chasing that bag. Keep with your disgusting lusts. You're gonna fall into a trap just like every rich man does, and that trap just so happens to be box. Happens every time,
Right.
because you start to get that money, right? And more women are attracted to you. They coming from all walks of life, and they coming from different parts of the world, and you're like, yeah, I'm the man, and they're after that money because that's what they value. And they'll get that from you because you're too stupid to realize that you're being set up in a trap. And sisters, on the other end of that, you get flued out to Dubai. I don't think I need to tell y'all what happens to these sisters who go out to Dubai, do I? You could just look that up. Yeah, they getting devalued over there, brother. You want to go to Dubai, you see them sisters on IG going to Dubai, selling box, and having some dude over there poop on you. Okay. Maybe try your luck with the 35-year-old guy that wants to be a rapper. He has more value. He has more value. He has more potential to not hurt you. He has more potential to not hurt you at all. Brothers, get with the sister who knows how to sew, who knows how to cook, who knows how to be nurturing, who knows that when you come home, she's able to give you peace instead of giving you hell from outside. That is a woman of value.
Right.
That's a woman of value. You don't want the poor man at all. Christ was a poor man.
Right.
Christ was a poor man. Christ didn't even have a place to lay. Where that scripture at? The Son of Man have not a place to lay his head. So even foxes have holes, but the Son of Man have no place to lay his head. He didn't even have a place to live, man. He was poor. What would you say if Yahweh came? Oh no, you got to be a 6-figure nigga for me. Oh no, I don't want to hear all this king stuff. T.I. king. I don't want. You'll probably downplay Christ too. You probably downplay Yahweh. You're like, nah, he too much for me. He told me I can't have dreadlocks. Girl. Ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. Then the man flies you out to Dubai, tells you to kneel down so he could defecate on you. Good job. Good job. Damn the Christian church. That's what I want to say. This is what this is about. Damn the Christian church. They're the ones who breed this type of stupidity. They're the ones who breed it because they don't teach you that hurting you is a problem. They teach you, turn the other cheek and blah, 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 and then, we all fall short of the. You can't do these things to people. Sisters, you can't do it to men either. You can't do that either. But the church doesn't tell you that. They condone it. The church gives a license for stupidity and unlawful behavior.
That's right.
They allow you to be like that.
That's right.
Because being unlawful is profitable. That's why. That's why prostitution exists. Give me verse 11. Oh, we had 10? Oh, yeah. No, we had 10. We had 10 Slocky. My bad.
Come concert. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
We've heard this before. We've all heard this before. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Keep going.
Come concert. Which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Because you love money so much, you chase after it. You chase after it. And because you chase after it, you step away from these words that we're talking about right now. You step away from it. The beginning of the scripture, when we went all the way up to, I think we were in 3, it says, if any man teach you other than this right here,
yeah,
you already know what time it is, right? Who teaches the woman that money is everything? The church. Who teaches you to chase the bag? The church. Who teaches you that God loves everybody? The church. They are telling you a lie. And because they tell you a lie, you live a lie. That's why. Because that's how they raised you to be. All right? You turn your back on the Lord to chase a bag because you think the Lord is the one that blessed you with the bag. You'll go, well, my God is good. I got a relationship with him. He talked to me all the time. And he gave me the bag and blah, 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 blah. You don't know the Lord at all. You don't know him. He hasn't talked to you. Satan is talking to you every day. And you're talking to yourself, which is why you pierce yourself with sorrow at night. You're sad. You got a drawer full of batteries and no man. You got a drawer full of batteries. That's sad, man. That's a very sad thing. That's sad. That independent mentality that they taught you to have left you with a lot of money, a lot of degrees on the wall, with no children to come home to call you mommy. Nobody to hug you when you get home. Okay? And for you brothers who are also chasing the bag, you have a lot of sorrows too. Because of your lifestyle, the lifestyle that you wanted to live, you got drunk. More drunk than what you usually did, because now you got a little bit of money. Now you could afford to get drunk. And with that comes stupid decisions, right? And with those stupid decisions comes a lot of women that you have unprotected sex with. Now you have something, or you have given her seed that gets a baby, and now you're on child support. So all that money that you went chasing is going to go to her goddamn nails next week, which only costs about $100. You're coughing up $800 a month. Congratulations. But just chasing the bag instead of chasing value, chasing something that is not tangible that you can feel, something that you could come home to and go, damn, I'm glad I made this choice. I'm glad I did. Right. Instead of going home and going, oh, my, what the hell did I do? Oh my God, I gotta pay this woman. You get visitations for chasing the bag. It's a damn shame, man. Give me to verse 11.
Common Con, sir.
Any
Verse
questions?
11.
Okay.
Verse 11.
Go ahead. Yep.
Common Con, sir. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness.
That is what is valuable. That's value. That's a high value man, ladies. That's a high value man. A brother that is patient. Okay. A brother that is about mercy. A brother that has some type of goodness about him. We have a homeless department down here. Okay. For those of you that want to donate, inboxes, let us know. We have missions. We're currently coming up on mission 13, if I'm not mistaken, pretty soon. We accept all donations. We down there, we were doing missions twice a month. We have a prison program, right? I've never seen bad bees down there going, oh yeah, it was good. These were the men at. They ain't down there. That's a man of high value. A man that is willing to give, even if he doesn't have, to another person who doesn't have. Yeah. We put our money into that. We ain't getting no grants yet. Right. This is our money we put into this. To go to strangers and have these strangers on the line. The sisters cook meals, okay? Put funds together to cook meals for complete strangers that we don't even know. We don't have grants like the church. We don't got pallets of food. There's no truck that comes back and in here that we have food come here. These are things, and the clothes that we give, they come from our own particular closets, man. They come from us. And we don't even have much, but we're willing to give it to them because that's godly right there. Right. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But we're just poor men. We're poor women. But you look at us like nothing. When we, however, are in fact greater than the people you look up to. Look up to like your Diddies, who don't do nothing for the homeless, mind you. They don't do nothing for you. You see what Diddy just did to this woman. That's what rich people do to you. That's what that wealth and that mentality comes from. Okay, I'm poor, so let me get money so I can do whatever the hell I want to do. And one of those things is abusing you, both mentally and verbally, and thirdly, too, physically. That's what you wanted, right? You wanted a six-figure nigga, right? That's what you wanted. Now you got it. Right. And now you carry that into your love life to every single man, because he can't get with you unless he got this money. Guess what? What comes with that money is the same damn behavior that came with the last brother. Where the hell is your intuition then? Your intuition only solves for a purpose of a brother like myself or Raib or Halak or any brother who you deem to be poor. Your antennas are up for that. Your intuition kicks in. Oh, something ain't right. You know what that is? That's a demon talking to you to get rid of me. Your intuition ain't up for Diddy. Where the hell is your intuition then? When he's beating you across the goddamn living room floor,
Right.
your spidey sense wasn't tingling when he got drunk. It wasn't tingling then, wasn't? Okay, I got you. It only is only up for poor men because you're gonna leave anyway. You've already ruled and determined that these brothers don't have enough equity or value to provide for whatever it is that you're doing in your life. When in fact you have nothing going on either. You have nothing going on. You understand? And vice versa for the men too. You put all that time and attention in a nothing, just a butt and a smile and some boobs, and now you're on child support. When there's a woman out there who may not be this dream girl that you're looking for, that is going to actually properly care about you and give you the peace that you are actually looking for. You understand? But you wanted to be greedy and you wanted to be an idiot and you fell into a trap. You understand? Traps and snares are never in broad daylight. Those things are usually covered up with leaves. Traps are usually covered up for those of us who have hunted before. If you want to catch something, you hide the trap. You disguise the trap with something that doesn't look like a trap.
Right.
That's what Diddy did. And he's waiting to get you. And so is the other guy that has those same qualities. And that sister too. Let's put our value into something else. All right. Read that again from 11 Halak.
Khan, sir. Verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Keep going.
Khan, verse 11. But thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness.
Listen, you chase the bag so much, you've turned away from the Lord. Okay. And because you worship money, you have many sorrows. I have yet to meet anybody, man or woman, that has so much money and is happy. They have many sorrows, man. They use the alcoholics and drug addicts. You heard Diddy in his apology. Oh man, I hit rock bottom. You did what, brother? You hit rock. How in the blue hell did you hit rock bottom? If you are a billionaire, dummy, how do you do that? How do you do it? He doesn't know what rock bottom is. He will never know what rock bottom is. Oh man, I hit rock bottom. I was in the bad place. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to rehab. No, yeah, I'm going to rehab. I had to seek counsel. Nigga, you didn't do a damn thing. You're lying, dog. Just based on the fact that he said he hit rock bottom, sisters should already know he's lying. Does he look like he hit rock bottom? He's on an island somewhere. That ain't rock bottom. Not yet. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Salaki, sir. So that was a heavy point because I don't know if you've seen this one, but I can't remember the comedian's full name, but the Desi Cat, he made a spoof on the apology, and that was part of the spoof. Was he was making it seem like he was, doing Diddy, and he had somebody in front of him just reading the script, and when he got to the hit the rock bottom part, that's where he made his joke or his punchline and said, "I'm rich. I ain't hit rock bottom. Like, what you talking about? How am I going to hit rock bottom? I'm rich." So Salaki, if I made the other part of that as well, is that also shows the lack of brotherhood, because if you did hit rock bottom and that was your problem, you went through it. We talking about that was 8 years ago, but yet after 8 years, you haven't, and all the money that you haven't put out any type of awareness or situation of brothers that hit whatever so-called rock bottom that you hit to help fix the problems and the situation that you went into.
Yeah, right. He's so damn conceited. He thinks that in his mind, he's lying. He wants attention. He's stirring up controversy and strife, and he wants people to feel sorry for him because he hit rock bottom. Nigga, we all have hit rock bottom. Some of us live in it.
Right.
We live at the bottom, brother.
Right.
You understand? You wouldn't know that because we're two different people. You live up here, and with that mentality, you feel like you do whatever the hell you want to do. You understand? Now all of a sudden, I guess when you were dragging her across the damn floor, you never thought to yourself, well, I would get caught. Now, oh man, I was in a bad space. Well, when the hell did you leave the space? When did you get out the space? Ladies, doesn't that sound familiar? After he has smacked you twice already? Oh man, I'm sorry. He never says he's not gonna do it again, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Things happen, man. I was messed up, man. You know how you turn that behavior around? Come in here. Right. Until I see Diddy sitting in here with all black on, I don't believe him at all.
Right.
Because he's a Christian, he wears a cross around his neck, and he has money. When he doesn't have anything and he's sitting in here with a book in his hand and all black, going Salaki stuff I could, I'll maybe believe him then. But until then, you shouldn't believe him at all. And any sisters, if you see these types of behaviors run, we pulling the precepts for you already. These brothers chase that bag and there comes nothing from it, but you love that money. You're going to be pierced with many sorrows because of it. A lot of sorrows because of it. A lot. What was that precept, Troop, that you brought out? Let me get on that real fast.
Khan, it was Psalms 84 and 10 out of one.
Let me get it with you. So 84 and 10?
Khan.
All right. And what was the question about it again? So like my memory is not as sharp as it used to be.
No sweat out of one. I was just saying, as far as you brought out how Satan or the opposition can give you certain things, or they can make you Slack. I heard a little reverb. Slack it. But yeah, pretty much how Satan can give you certain things or award you. So I was trying to see, would this be a precept to help back that up, as far as being able to dwell in the tents of wickedness, because what I'm saying, Salaki, if I may, that was just one of the questions and things that I realize and have come across with certain people, and especially with Christians, is they're going about, they're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, but yet they're okay. They're either successful or they're making it in the world, but that doesn't mean that you're going about to the Most High's will.
Mm-hmm. Somebody get me. That's one I wouldn't use for that. I would use specifically when Satan tempts Yahushua in Christ, because if you notice in that, what is it, Matthew 4?
No, Salaki, I was on Psalms 84 and 10.
I'm telling you. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Khan, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 84 and verse 10. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness.
Mm-hmm. This is a good precept. This is a good scripture, but it is not. Where does it say that Satan is giving you a gift, or giving you something?
Well, Salaki, sir, I was kind of comparing that to the wickedness and the dwelling. So being able to dwell is, being able to live and to be okay in wickedness and being wrong.
Yeah, so this precept is basically, we're talking about wickedness, right? But I'm talking about how a lot of times people think that, okay, well, this came from God. Satan gives gifts. You got to stay there, right? You got to stay right there. Because if you go here with a Christian, they're going to ask you the same thing that I said. Because in their mind, they don't think that Satan gives them a gift at all. They think Satan is the one that's tripping them up and jamming them up and go, oh, well, you did. First of all, they think that Satan and the devil are the same person, which is not true. But they're going to jam you up right here because it's not targeting the very specific subject that we're talking about. You got you got Matthew for me, Rob? Go ahead, read that. I think it's Matthew 4:1.
Yeah, go ahead. It's all of the temptations. When he was offering in the city, or
yeah, all of it. The rock, the bread.
Oh, okay, all of it. Salaki, I'll take it from the top. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hand they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou shalt dash thy foot against the stone.
All right, you can stop right there. So in these scriptures, what we're talking about, right? Satan's job is to test you. His job is to come down here. When you talk about Job, right? His job is to come down here to deter you. That's his job. He's very good at it. And how does he do that? With men, he sends women. He'll tempt you with women, because in these scriptures, he's talking about tempting him with the things that men usually are weak and fall to. You understand? Power, money, women, things like that. This is where a lot of the pastors fall. A lot of them, because they'll fall into that temptation. They will definitely fall into, which they always do. Satan comes, hey, listen, here's an opportunity for you to make some money. Here's that you can do this. Drug dealers fall into that same temptation too. Women fall into that same temptation too. They hear that little whispering in their ear and they think it's the Lord, when in fact, here's some whispering going on in Yahweh there too. Satan gives things too. He presents the opportunity of temptation for you to take it and bite the bullet. And that's what people do. That's what they do every single time. But when you're in here, you're trained to fight that. You're trained to fight it. Because if you notice, there's always a voice, and even in these precepts too, you can understand the context of it, right? When you're on a good run, when you're about to do something great, right? When you're doing something righteous, there's something in your ear going, oh man, don't do it. Man, you ain't got to go to Sabbath service, man. Don't worry about it, man. You tired, man. Don't go. Always. When you're doing something bad, though, that same thing congratulates you. Oh man, you did it good, man. Go ahead, man. You good, man. Other brothers don't do it. Oh, you good, man. Now, why would that be? It's the same thing with women. When brothers like us step into a woman's life, if you ever ask her, she hears this thing going off in her ear. Oh, girl, he just trying to change you. He don't want you to be you. Who in the blue hell is telling her that? It's a demon talking to her, because the demon doesn't want me around, because it kills the demon. It gets rid of the demon. Satan goes, I can't do nothing with this. I'm out. This brother got too much of a stronghold on. I'm gone. But they fall into temptation every single time. They let that voice take them away every single time. Anytime, and make no mistake about it, when you're doing something righteous, you'll hear the thing in your ear telling you to not do it. Some type of excuse. But when you're doing bad, it encourages you. For you weed smokers out there, right? Let's say you're trying to get off weed, which is a good thing. You hear a little voice in your ear going, no, come on, you just smoke it this one time. You had a rough day. Oh, come on now. It's just one time. Things like that. Things like that. Porn. That's another one, right? Porn. Oh, man, you know it's wrong. No, man, ain't nothing. Hey, this is one time you need. Hey, come on now. It ain't nothing. Ain't enough for you just to see it. That's how you know what's happening. You got to be in tune to things like that. You got it, True?
Sir Slaki.
Go
ahead. So with this verse, what is it that they're speaking of when it talks about the tents of wickedness?
The places that you dwell in, your church. It's a tent. It's a tent full of wickedness, isn't that? It's a place where wickedness is. It's like if I said a haunted house, what am I implying that's in the house?
Wickedness.
Things that are scary. A tenth of wickedness is just what it is in its full understanding of it, right? The house of lies. It's a house full of lies. Your church. A tent full of wickedness, a place where wickedness dwells. A court, a place where wickedness dwells. This place can't be looked at as such because there's no wickedness in this house, in this tent. It ain't nothing here. However, there is a place, though, that practices being unlawful. So if you want to use that precept, I would use it every time well, obviously you can't. This part says, I would rather, where is it at? You said Psalms 84 and 10, right? Okay, I got it. For a day in your courtyards is better than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather stand. Wait, Slovakia. Okay, for a day, where is it? Okay, for a day in your courts, thy courts, is better than 1,000. I had rather be in a doorkeep in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. I'd rather be in here than in the church. That's it with that.
Sir. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This doesn't imply that Satan is giving you something. It's just saying that I'd rather dwell in the truth than dwell in that wicked building that you call it, in that place you call a safe haven. Go ahead.
Sir.
Be like doing work in the temple of the Lord versus being in the tent.
So it says, I'll read it again from the top. I got you. For a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in tent. So the doorkeeper, what is a doorkeeper?
Somebody who works the door.
Which is what you're doing.
God.
You're just holding shamar.
God.
I would rather be that. As long as I'm a part of it. As long as I'm in there. I'm just here standing by the door. I would rather do that. Something small, but I would rather just be right there because I'm in here.
The doorkeeper part is because you're not even all the way inside. You're like at the door. That's the closest point to not being in the house.
Yeah,
you're in the house.
The doorkeeper in this precept here, the doorkeeper, his job is just like yours. You're inside. You're holding. You're watching shamar, right? That is a lot of people don't understand. Shamar means to watch and to guard, right? So Napash Raab is the doorkeeper here. He's watching the door, but he's in here. He ain't watching it from the outside. He's not outside. He's in here because he has to vet and worry about who's coming in here. You know what I'm saying? He's the first stop. Understand? But he would rather just do that, be right there, and he's good, than to go in the church and what? I'd rather him do that than to even walk inside of a goddamn church. I'd rather him just do that. I don't want him to be even part of that. I don't want him to be subjected to that. But that's what it's talking about. All right.
It's a lucky out of one.
Go ahead, brother.
If I could, sir.
Yep.
You could even say I'd rather clean the toilets in the ISUPK than dwell in the house in the tents of wickedness.
I'd rather clean the toilet. I'd rather clean the toilet at my slavery than to go inside of that place because you know what I mean. Like at least I'm getting paid for it. There's no payment. There's no great reward coming from that. It never has and never will.
Come.
You understand? I would much rather be. I remember, for those of you who don't know, me and Officer Yahweh came into the school together. We came into the troop together, right? Me and Yahweh used to stand outside at camp, and when we came into the school, it was like smack dead winter. It was like October, November, right? And me and Yahweh would just stand outside of the camp and just watch. Tap lips, all that, just cold, just right. This is that. I'd rather do that. I had rather stand out there in the cold, listening to the truth, because I want to be that close to it. I'd rather be that close to it like that. I would go through and do all of that just to be close to it, just to be that close to it, and inspired to be a part of it one day, so I could at least observe it for myself, than to go inside of a church. I would rather freeze outside watching it than to go inside of a church where it's warm and that wickedness.
Right.
You understand? That's what that's me and Yahweh. Went to go get the brothers coffee. Went to McDonald's. Y'all want coffee, man? They ain't know it's from a can of paint, man. Y'all want some coffee? Me and y'all are running. You know, we didn't know what the hell double time meant then, but at double time, y'all running, cold hands, all ashy. It was, but now look. So for you Christians out there, why don't you come in here, just sit and observe, because that will get you one step closer to the Most High than being in that tent full of wickedness, where you'll never get to know Him at all. You'll never get to know Him. You understand? All right, give me I need one more precept. Any questions online? I see a lot of people. Hey, what's going on? I see some people up there. What up? Hey. Okay, I see Mawasar. What's good, Mawasar? Paparazzi Nino. Okay, it's young man Ron. Okay. Oh, you're rib in here. Okay, I see. All right. Get in the class. Make sure y'all brothers understand how the levy and the weight of this class, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 27 and 24.
Come, Constance.
Oh, that ain't it. Oh, that's your rib, right? Yeah. Dangerous. Oh, wait. No, your rib at the bottom. It says. Oh, wait. I ain't even, because I'm over here with it. This damn thing late. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. Hold on here.
It's like you, sir.
Yeah, mine, because I got to refresh. Yeah, what's going on?
You said Deuteronomy 27 and 24?
Wait a minute. Deuteronomy. Yeah, 27 and 24. They're gonna show you that hitting the woman is unlawful. All right. And Halak, while he's getting that, no, don't worry about it, Halak. We're gonna get to it. Whenever you got a troop, go ahead, read.
Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 24. Cursed be he that smiteth his neighbor secretly.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people shall say, Amen.
Okay, so cursed be he that smiteth his neighbor in secret. A neighbor is your Israelite. Is an Israelite. Okay, it's Israelite. Mm-hmm. Smiting means to hit. That's what Diddy did. You can't do that. You can't assault people. You can't. Self-defense is one thing, but you going out like, what's up? You can't do that. You can't do that. You understand? Now, this cat did it secretly until that damn tape came out. He did it secretly. So for all you Christians out there that knows of a woman that is getting beat up, here's the law right here against it. Now, I understand you don't understand this because this is in Deuteronomy, right? This is in Deuteronomy. So for all you Christians out there, this is why you are breeding and raising Cassies and Diddies, because you said that the law is done away with. This is in Deuteronomy. So I guess now you could hit a woman, I guess, because the law is done away with. You can't do it based off Deuteronomy. You can't do it, but it's okay because the law is done away with and I can hit a woman. That's why you dwell in a tent full of wickedness, because you think the old law is done away with, which allows you to do every disgusting thing on earth. And you could be a predator, and you could be an abuser, and you could be an unaliver, because your pastor and every damn pastor that we've ever battled and we know of tell you that the old law is done away with. That nigga that you with, sister, is the pastor is the reason why he exists, and the pastor is the reason why you have the mentality. Because the old law is done away with. Akim, is the old law done away with at all? Precept. Yep. Let's show the world, and I'm using that word on purpose. Let's show the world that the law is not done away with. Shall we? Let's do that. So that way, Cassies across the world, sisters don't get hit. Let's show them that the old law is not done away with. Let's show them that the law is not done away with. These are disgusting, man. Y'all are the worst, man. Leave the church. They believe that you can hit a woman and you could be a part of that elemental P community, because the old law is done away with. So you could be all that, which is why that stuff dwells inside that house of wickedness. That's why. Go ahead, Halak.
Come on, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
Read it again.
Come. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
Question: has heaven and earth passed already? Okay. Shalom. Rob, you want to break something up?
God, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
For when?
Forever.
It's done away with.
Forever.
It expired.
Forever.
Shalom. The law is not done away with. Christian who condones the abuse of women. Christian who condones the abuse of men. Christian who condones anything unlawful, anything ungodly, and anything that is anti-Christ. The law is not done away with. You can't alive people. You can't beat women. You can't molest children. You can't do that. And you can't be a part of that elemental P community. Christian, you are the reason why, till this day, even back then, that's why our people are in the goddamn condition that they're in, because of you. You chase money. Money is the root of all evil. And it's an evil thing to say that the law is done away with when the Bible says that it's not at all. And you can't disagree with it because we just brought it out. You would have to submit and agree. You would have to do that. Young women are being victimized. Young boys are being victimized under your watch and under your false, stupid protection. You're the reason why people like Cassie get hit, because you feel like, well, the old law is done away with, and you don't even teach that it's in there. You might as well take your books, right? Take the old law, throw it away, and just deal with the New Testament, Christian. Because y'all want to live lawlessly. You don't want to live with laws because that's too hard. That's too difficult. That's rough. You can't deal with that. Yet you'll follow the white man's law and stop at every stop sign, and you won't drive drunk, and you won't do that because you know there's a consequence to that. You know that you're going to get arrested if you break his law. But guess what? When you break God's law, there's a consequence and a punishment for that too. Because that scripture, read it again from the top.
Talmud concert, the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 18.
Not that one. Not that one. Deuteronomy 27 and 24. What she said?
Sabrina Brown says, of course you can be wicked. So says the Christian. According to them and not the Bible, you can sin as much as you like, as long as you pray and ask God for forgiveness.
Right.
Christians are sick people.
They're sick in the head, man. They are sick in the head. They are the type of people that hear one thing and then turn it around. That's your Diddy. Don't Diddy wear a little cross on his neck? Huh? They wear a little cross on their neck. Oh, I'm crazy. Ain't he friends with TD Jakes? Ain't he friends with TD Jakes? Mm-hmm. Huh? That's weird. Now, why would that be? Because they're both two ungodly niggas. That's why. Right. That's why. That sisters and brothers put their trust and their faith into. Congratulations. If you think Diddy's bad, wait till you start to see the offspring of what happens to TD Jakes. It's coming. It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. We're starting to see the little bit of tidbits here and there. And he's also trying to separate himself from Diddy now. Him and Diddy were friends at one point. Now I'm so disgusted by the actions of Puffy Daddy or Puffy Diddy or whatever the hell he said. He's so surprised. Guess what? You're surprised. I'm not. Because if you knew the Bible, Christian, you would have taught him what he's doing is a terrible thing.
Right.
Lucky.
Deuteronomy. Go ahead. You said Salaki? Go ahead.
Con, sir. And I have that Deuteronomy for you, but I just want to jump in on that part real quick, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid.
God forbid. What does God forbid mean? Go ahead.
Hell no.
I say it all the time. It means hell no.
That's right.
You think that well, I could do whatever I want to do, man. You know, God. What's that thing they say? God hates the sin, loves the sinner.
Right.
Oh, does he? Does he now? Does he? Precept.
Go, God.
Precept. You hold on to that, Rod. Trooper, let me get Deuteronomy again because I'm trying to make the point here. But give me the Lord hated sinners.
Oh,
that's the one I want. So that way we can cut that argument too, Christian.
Come.
Read Deuteronomy 27.
Colonel Khan, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, and verse 24. Cursed be he that smiteth his neighbor secretly, and all the people shall say amen.
That's right. So cursed be he. Diddy's cursed because of what he did. If you don't believe me, that's why he's on the run. That's why he's doing what he's doing right now. Cursed be he. Understand? And then people agree, okay, amen. Yeah, we agree. We got it. We got it. Christians turn around and say the old law is done away with. Of course, we smash that in half. Keep going. Give me 25.
Colonel Khan, verse 25. Cursed be he that taketh reward to slay an innocent person. And all that the people shall say amen.
These are your hitmen. These are people that take money to go unalive somebody. Okay, they're also cursed. Keep going.
Colonel Khan, verse 26. Cursed be he that conformeth not all the words of this law to do them. And all the people shall say amen.
That's right.
Cursed be he that conformeth not all the words of this law to do them. That is your pastor. That is Puff Daddy. That's Cassie. That's all of them. Cursed be them. Now, you talk about a high value man. A high value man is a brother that follows the law, statute, and commandments. A brother who is righteous. A brother that doesn't have much. A brother that's willing to give the shirt off his back to his brother because he has brotherhood. That is of value. A sister of high value is one that cooks a meal for complete strangers who she calls her brothers and her sisters, and she comes in here and humbles herself, and she can hold herself accountable and say you're sorry, and she's peaceful to her husband, and she shall treat him good all of the goddamn days of his life. That is high value. You are a woman who only values your body. That's why you put it up for sale on OnlyFans, and it doesn't have value at all if you're charging $20 and you still can't pay your rent, dummy. And you brothers out there, you value your clothes and your car, and all of these things are going to break down and fail on you because you're using them for reasons that are wicked. You're using your car and your money to sleep with random women instead of keeping them. Women using your body to sleep with random men to get things from them. Both of you two are wicked. Both of you two.
Right.
You don't know what a good man is if you drop in your goddamn lap tonight because of what the pastor taught you a good man is, which is a high value man, a Diddy. Now you're going to stick with him because, you know, why not? He's giving me money. That's the thing that I love. I need it. You need leadership. You need guidance. You need to be saved and helped and sanctified. Diddy is not going to save you, no matter how much money he has. He can't even save himself right now.
That's right.
He can't even save himself. You understand? That is the point. Okay. Now, these are people who break the law. They wear crosses. TD Jakes is another one. The Lord hateth sinners.
That's right.
He does. Give me that precept, please.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
You know how you get repaid for being ungodly? You know what happens to the sinner, right? So the sinner, like Diddy is being repaid right now.
Right.
Okay. It's like having a job, right? Let's say I'm a construction worker. I get paid handsomely or whatever the case is for the job that I do. Sinner has a job too. His job is to sin. He doesn't get paid with money. He gets paid with like venereal disease.
Right.
Because he's living a lifestyle that's not righteous and not holy at all. So he's going to get paid. The thing that he's looking for is coming, but it's coming with something else. So these women that he's looking for, they're coming with a problem because of the lifestyle that he's living. Because he's too stupid to pick a decent sister and to vet her out because he's a sinner. Cassie, same thing. She wanted that lifestyle. She's living it now. And that goes for Ike and Tina too. These are two drug addicts.
Right.
People tend to forget that. Two drug addicts together beating the hell out of each other. Yet we feel sorry for Tina and hate Ike when you should look at them both the same way because they're sinners. She got repaid for the thing that she was after. She wanted money and fame. Guess what? She got beat up for it. She was dating a guy. He's on crack. He's on drugs, whatever the hell he's on. And the same thing that goes for him. Same thing. Two crackheads will always get along. But the righteous and the unrighteous can't.
That's right.
There's always a dispute between the two. They can never really come together until the unrighteous and the sinner submits and goes, I want to be different. I want to change. These sisters stay with these men because they feel like they have to. When they realize that at some point they got to change their lifestyle. You got to change your lifestyle, change your presentation up a little bit. Be something else other than a pair of boobs and a behind. That's what you should be, because the Lord hated sinners. I hope that helps. Okay. Give me last scripture too. Any questions, comments? Anybody want to bring out something? Okay, solid. Give me 1 John 2 and 3. 1 John 2 and 3, and somebody give me Proverbs 14 and 20.
Khan.
Let me tell you something, Christian. We here in the ISUBK, we know your secrets. We know what you do because the Lord reveals it. Okay, we know your history. Your history precedes you. Okay, to all the sisters out there that you say that, I love God and He knows my heart and all this other stuff. None of that means absolutely nothing. And you're always going to be in a whirlwind of pain and sorrow until you turn to the Lord and turn from this wicked lifestyle that you're currently living right now. Be a sister of something, okay? But if you keep giving your body away and keep devaluing yourself, you're going to get the reward for what that is, which is nothing. Pain and anguish and abuse and drug abuse and you name it, disrespect. Okay? For the brothers out there who are like Diddy, who abuse women both mentally, physically, verbally, whatever the case is, you have to turn from that too. And I know you too think you are a godly man. You know, I do right, man. As long as I'm a good person, man, that don't mean a lick of nothing.
Right.
That don't mean a lick of nothing. You think the Lord is talking to you, He's not. You haven't even met the Lord, haven't even heard the Lord at all. He doesn't know who you are. You understand? And I'm going to pull it right now. Because you say you love God so much, and I know you do. I know you say you do. And you wear the little cross around your neck. I love the Lord and He loved me. What is the love of God, actually? What is it? Since you say that you love Him so much, there's a criteria to it. You understand? And we're going to bring it out. But just know this. For the sisters out there who are going through abuse and the brothers out there who are abusing and going through abuse, love has a condition to it. There's no such thing as unconditional love. The Christian church teaches that unconditional love is real because God has unconditional love. No, the hell He doesn't. He has a love, but it's under a condition.
That's right.
You're getting beat because of unconditional love. You perceive love as this because you believe in unconditional love. He's beating me because He loves me. Oh man, she's cheating on me because she You think unconditional love is real. That's why you take abuse. And your girlfriends believe it too. Yeah, girl, he's just having a rough time. He hit rock bottom. Let me show you that the Lord doesn't have unconditional love and that you don't know Him at all. Read 1 John 2 and 3 for me, please.
Khan, this is the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know Him, if we keep His commandments.
All right, stop there. If you say you know him, why are you not keeping his commandment?
Right.
If you say you know him, that's a question. Like, why are you not keeping? If you say you know him, why are you not keeping his commandments? Why? That's a good question. You say you know him. We talk to a lot of Christians all the time. We talk to people in the world all the time, brothers and sisters everywhere, right? That call us, oh, we too harsh, man. Why? Because we want to follow the law? You say you know the Lord, but you do nothing he asks you to do. Not asks you to do. You do nothing that he orders you to do. You do none of it at all, but you say you know him. You say he talks to you. He told you to go blow another man's rod, sister. That's the voice that he talked to you. He said you got to get out of this. Then you got to go have sex with another man. And yeah, that's what he told you. You know, he told you that. You don't know him at all because you don't follow what he said to do. Keep going.
Khan, verse 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is not in him.
Diddy is a liar.
Right.
Diddy is a liar. Okay. To the Cassies in the world, take what you just heard to determine what a liar really is, which is the moral of this whole story. For you to vet and choose correctly, start making better vaginal decisions based off of things like this, okay? Because vaginal decisions turn to marital decisions because sex is marriage, obviously, right?
Right.
If a cat comes up to you and he says he knows the Lord, even if he doesn't say he knows the Lord, right? Ask him if he keeps all the commandments.
Right.
And then observe him and see if he actually does. If he doesn't,
Right.
then he's a liar. He is a liar. Just over that criteria alone, he's a liar. Okay? For the brothers, same thing. You want to vet a woman? She's not supposed to put you on child support. Did you know that? I bet you didn't know. It's a wicked thing to put a man on child support because it's not going to the child. But you wouldn't know that because you didn't vet her. You looked at her for the thing that she values the most about herself, which is her body, and you used her for such. Now you have a kid with her. Now she's going to put you through the ringer. Now you're all types of a bad father. Now you this person, you a stupid idiot. You dumb and you lazy. Meanwhile, she had sex with you, so you can't be that bad of a person, right? But you could have avoided all of that if you just asked her a couple questions, just to see what she is, just to see if she's lying to you.
Right.
You understand? Lying in and of itself is wicked because you could hurt somebody. You could damage and ruin somebody's whole life off of a lie. That's why people live lies. You understand? It's a fictitious world that they created for themselves to escape pain. Cassie's world, she believes that she's in love and this man loves me, even though he's beating her mercilessly. She thinks it's okay. And a lot of you sisters think that that's okay too. But he's a liar. And until you come up in here, you will never see men of high value at your church. You never see them because those men are liars because they don't follow the commandments because they say that the law is done away with, which makes them a liar. You understand? It makes them a liar. Give me Proverbs 14 and 20 real quick.
Common concept. The book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 20. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor.
That brother that you see out there in the streets right now, right? Not the guy that's sleeping on the couch outside or on the bench, not him. Just a regular brother who's driving a Toyota Tercel or some type of car that's just clunky. You hate that brother. And the brothers, you hate a sister like that. You hate the one that ain't got the Instagram body and the filters all over her damn face. You hate that sister, man. You hate her because she's poor in quality. Because you feel that she can't give you the thing that you're looking for. Men are looking for a booty and a pair of chests and a box, and women are looking for a baller with money, right? But we view the opposite sex to be poor quality because they're not providing us this perverse thing that we're looking for. Diddy, however, this cat is the high value man in this context. And regardless to whatever he did, he's going to have a whole bunch of supporters still because you value the rich man and you hate the poor man. You hate the 35-year-old brother that's trying to be a rapper because that's unrealistic. Meanwhile, there's a 50-year-old dude beating a 10-pound woman through a hallway with a towel on, and that ain't so bad. You know, Chris Brown beats his woman. No, they young. Diddy was young too. You know, abusing a woman just don't start. It just don't come out of nowhere. It doesn't happen when you're 39. Like, you know what? I'm gonna beat a woman today. Yeah,
Right.
it happens when you're young.
Right.
Just like Chris Brown was young, and it happened to him. What happens when Chris Brown gets 50 years old? You think it's the first time it's going to happen? You think it's the last time it's going to happen? No. But as long as that tint of wickedness exists, you're going to have wickedness in the earth. Read 14 and 20 one more time all the way through.
Come on, sir. The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, and verse 20. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the rich have many friends.
The rich have many friends, many supporters, many friends. Most of those friends are women. Most of them. You're going to have those supporters, but you hate the poor man. You hate him because he is of no value to you, when actually he's more valuable than the rich man could ever be to you. Because the rich man's mentality is that he wants to hurt you because power makes you go crazy. Power makes you go mad. That type of power. You understand? A woman's power is in her body, which is why it destroys men. A man's power is in his wallet, which is why that power destroys a woman. Maybe stop chasing after that type of power. And maybe start chasing after the Most High and that power. So that way, you don't have Diddy's and Cassies running all through our community. Understood? Cool. Questions and comments? Go ahead and let them rip, brothers.
Lucky out of one.
Go ahead, Locke.
If I could I get a breakdown of Matthew chapter 13 and Matthew chapter 13 and verse 33, I believe.
Go ahead, read it.
Common concert. 44. Salaki, sir. Again, 44? Matthew chapter 13 and verse 44, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field.
Read it one more time. As a matter of fact, go 2 verses above it. Go to 42.
Come on, concert. Matthew chapter 13 and verse 42. And shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Verse 43. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and burieth that field.
Okay, buyeth that field.
Oh,
so No, you good. So it says again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field. Keep that field thing in your mind, okay? The which when a man hath found it, who have found that treasure, right? That kingdom of heaven, that thing that he found. When he finds it, he hideth it, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he have, all the things that that brother has, he sells it to buy that field. Okay. What this means is this: the kingdom of heaven is something that we have to give our all to. It's a sacrifice. You understand?
Right.
When you know what it is, like right now, this thing that we are in, the truth, this is the kingdom of heaven. This is what this is. This is the place where nobody's going to sleep with your girl. Nobody's going to steal from you. A brother left a pair of shades in here one time, right? We got a text about it. The damn shades were still in the same spot they were when he left it there. That's the kingdom of heaven, man, because brotherhood exists here. You understand? Brotherhood exists in the kingdom of heaven. And when you find that thing, you'll give your all for it. You're going to give your all for that kingdom. You're going to give your all just for that little piece of it. You're going to buy the whole thing, which is what we do in here. We invest into this truth because we know how valuable it is. I'm using that for a very specific reason. We know the value of this place for us, and you don't want to let it go. Once you get a little taste of it, you don't want to let it go. What the hell do we do if a brother leaves the truth? You ever think about this? If you leave the truth, what do you do?
Right.
What the hell? Yeah, what the hell do you do after this? Where would you have been if you didn't find the truth? Jail, dead. You understand? So when this brother finds it, he gives his all for. I'm willing to say all this just for that, because this thing is so rare, and you can't find it anywhere. That's why it says here too. It's like, let me go back to it. Okay. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found it, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth selleth all that he hath and buyeth that field. He's investing in it. He's giving up everything for it, which is what we do. Give me Job. Proverbs 2 and 4.
Count, sir.
Oh wait, no, Slock. No, wait, Slock. Proverbs 23 and 23. This is a precept for that.
Come, sir. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 23. Buy the truth, sell it not. Also, wisdom and instruction and understanding.
That's a direct precept for what you just pulled. Buy the truth. You got to buy it. That's why this cat is taking all of it off, selling it to get that. You got to buy this truth. Don't sell it at all. Don't give this away. Don't give this up. You do a lot to get in here. We go through so much. A lot of times people look at us and be like, "Oh, y'all hard in the face, y'all." Brother, you know the battles we go through in here. You know the type of demons that come at us because we're in the truth.
Right.
We got to fight that every day. Your family members hate you. Your family members die. Things just start happening around you, and you don't know why. Right. Your kids, people turn on you. People start hating you, and it happens the minute you step foot in here. The minute you start turning your face to the Lord and start buying into the truth and not giving it up, everybody that ever said that they love you hates you, and they will turn on you, including your woman and whoever else that says that they love you. They start to hate. The things that happen to us I'll tell you, I always tell the story because it's true. The minute I started coming to the truth, it was this vicious demon on me, brother. It was a vicious demon on me. And I've told this story again, so I won't tell it because I've told it ad nauseum. I was in the extended stay bathroom, right? I was in an extended stay, which is just a more glorious way to say homeless shelter. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I couldn't even recognize myself. I ain't even finna lie to you, right? That demon haunted me for such a long time because it wanted me to turn away from this. Like I had mentioned earlier, that demon keeps talking to you every time when camp came up. Oh, you don't want to do that. Oh, yeah. And to start turning you against your brothers too. Oh, why he do that? Oh, why? Oh man, he said this. Why he talk to me like that? Oh, what's this? I don't know. It's a demon talking to you, and you'll buy into it, and then you'll start to slowly fade away from this because that's its job to do that. Instead of being a man and going up to that brother to find out what that problem is, like Christ said to do, you want to avoid the law, and you want to listen to this little voice in your head, right? You want to do the unlawful thing because it's easier and you're a coward versus doing the lawful thing because it's a little bit too rough for you. Okay. But demons start coming at you, man. Trooper, you're going to see too. You're going to see. You start wearing all black, your beard start coming in. Here comes your slavery. Oh, what's this new look you got? What's this? Can you tone this down? They used to say that to me all the time. Can you tone this down a little bit? You'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Tone what down? You ain't even saying nothing. Yeah. You're not saying nothing at all. You're just walking around. Or you're just too much. I didn't say anything yet.
Like it, sir.
Go ahead.
I have a precept, if I may.
All right, hold your point real fast. Let me give this this breakdown to Halak. It says, buy the truths and sell it not. Also, wisdom and instruction and understanding, which you only get here. This is what the kingdom of heaven is. We are experiencing a little taste of what it is. Because all of these things that we talked about here, we get them in here. You can't get it out of there. All right. And I will never give this up. I will never sell this. Man, I will never sell this out. I can't do it.
That's right.
I can't do it. I'm fully 100% invested. I will give the clothes off my back just for this field. Go ahead, Trooper. I got you. Did that answer your question a lot? You good on that?
Most time Christ said, throw water, sir.
Ain't no sweat. Go ahead, Troop.
Khan, like it, sir. Just want to hit on that point of how you speaking of, that temptation out of one when you come in here. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
You said, say it again? It's logging my breath.
Khan, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. Keep going. There's more there.
Khan, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Listen, and you're absolutely correct. You're correct. You can put that in your precept book, store it, and stash it, because you are going to face one hell of a damn fight coming in here. It happens to everybody.
Right.
It happens to everybody. Believe me, sisters too. It happens to all of us. When you come, soon as you come in here and you start seeking the Lord for real, demons are going to come at you from every corner and they're going to, man. But I'm going to teach you what the men above me taught me, right? This is how you fight a demon. This is how you do it. Listen very carefully, okay? Never look weak. Never look weak, okay? When you see, up north, they used to call them stick-up kids. There'd be a bunch of kids that's waiting to rob somebody, right? I don't know if they got that down here. If you go to a club, okay, across the street, there's 5 cats on the car, right? They got hoodies on. They all sitting on the car like this, looking across the street at the club. They're going to do something terrible, right? Who do you think that they're going to do this terrible thing to?
The lock the other one.
The locky. Oh.
Go ahead, Lock.
You can go ahead, Trooper. How you call?
Oh, so like, sir, one I was going to tell you, we call them jack boys down here, out of one. Mm-hmm. And 2, they're looking for the weakest link, out of one.
They're looking for the weakest link. That's correct. Now, how do you become the weakest link? What would you have to be doing in the club in order to come out looking like the weakest link?
Not paying attention, sir.
Not quite. Just think about a club, right? These jack boys we're talking about, these stick-up kids, these are the demons, right? In order for them to stick you up, to even come near you, you have to be drunk, right? So up north, when the stick-up kids see you and you come out the club like this, They coming. They coming. That's what the demon's waiting for you, to your point, True. The demon's waiting for you to be off your game. Off of that square of righteousness. That's when they're coming. That's when they're coming. When you out of the game and you oh Lord, once you do that, you are food. You become barbecue chicken to a hungry demon, and they're going to attach themselves onto you. And now all these things are going to start happening. Voices, oh man, do this and go ahead. Oh, there's some whores over there. That's what they're looking for, right? What you don't want to do is never be in a state where you're not able to defend yourself from said demon. You got to be strong all the time. You got to be ready to fight all the time. I'm not saying drunk. I mean, obviously we can't be drunk in here, but you want to be on your P's and Q's all the time, ready to go every single time. That's what helps the demon stay away. Because make no mistake about it, if a brother comes out of the club and he looks like this, they're going to jump on him. But if you come out the club looking like you ready to fight, like, just going to my car, ready, they're like, nah, not this brother right here. No. He gonna mess us up pretty bad. Let's get him. That's how the demon operates. And tell your girl that too. Instill that same strength and that wisdom to your girl too. When she's out there in her drunken state, relying on her girlfriends to protect her and not you, those demons are gonna come attack her too. And she out there with her breast out, them demons are coming. And then guess what? You got to go down there and fight it. When she should be as equally as ready to go as you are. You got to train her up too, because that's what protection is, and that's what love is. Does everybody understand?
Khan.
Always stay on your square. All right. Always. Don't ever look weak. And don't be weak. Ain't no sweat. And with that, pass the class off the precinct officer, Napash Rai.
Salakia. This is the ISUPK Salakia security announcement. We are the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Salaki. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We are currently in the Feast of First Fruits, which is a span of 50 days. Slack which is a span of 50 days from the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It will culminate on the 50th day at sunset. That will be Sunday, April 28th, 2004. Salakia. That's when it begins. And it culminates Monday, June 17th, 2024. Salakia. At sundown. You can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 10 through 22. Reminder to all Akim and Aquafian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, pants, shirt, headband, or scarf. Salaki. And with that, we'll give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel. Amijah. Amijah Shabbat. Amijah. Barak. Yahweh Hashem. What we said to you in the English is, may the Lord bless you in the name of Christ. Yad Yamatat, hands down. And we'll give one courtesy salute to the sisters online. Men of Israel. Amijah Shabbat. Amijah. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Halatab. What we said to you in the English is, may the Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yad Yamatat means hands down. Class dismissed.
That's right.
That's right.
I got you.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets.
City ops.